Hi, this is Shannah, and this is another pick-a-card reading. Today's topic is message from your inner queen. We're going to get messages to your present situation and also ideas of how to solve any problems or even how the outcome can look like. And the queens and goddesses that will appear in the reading may or not be your usual goddess or your usual queen or the one you identify with, but it's the queen and goddess that has to do with your situation right now. So today we have 4 possibilities. We have here with the feather, pile number 1, with the wooden heart, pile number 2, with this candle star, pile number 3, and then we have the clear crystal for pile number 4. So take your time to choose your pile, and I will see you in a couple of moments. So if you chose pile number 1, this is your reading. Now, what we have here, let's go first card by card. We have the Queen of Cups, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have Lakshmi, prosperity, we have garden, something lovely will grow from this. We have as well Mama Kosha, water, and then we have Mnemosyne, the past, and then we have Hecate, the in-between, and Arianrod, time. So if I say these names wrong, I'm so sorry. So what do we have here? We have here a situation, or let us say a stuck situation, yes. So you are someone who is very sensitive and you're very kind, and you can even be very graceful. Some of you who chose this pile are also very beautiful. You have like kind of a ethereal beauty, I would say, but you're also very creative. So all of you who chose this pile, you're very creative people. And you would like to express this creative side. You would like to make it grow, or even to make it profitable, here with Lakshmi, for instance. And the thing is that you have everything you need already in order to make it profitable. You have the talent, you have the means, you have also the access to technology. You can make yourself known, but still, it can be that for some of you, this has been decades that you just stop yourself, or you probably do jobs that don't make you happy or fulfilled, but pay your bills, which is also very nice, of course. But your creative side is always kind of stuck. And in your heart of hearts, you do know that you have the potential to be very, very successful, right? But still you stop yourself. For some of you, it will be actually that it's a project or it's an idea, and you feel stuck. And this could be your big break. This could be something fantastic, but still you're stuck. Now, why are you stuck? Why are you feeling this way? The thing is, you're not flowing, right? Of course, you're stuck, right? But this is like, it's the chance to turn around as well. But to turn around, you have to understand what is happening. And here with the past, you're just stuck in the past. And you're stuck in the past. And there's another card here, and I'll just bring it now because it makes sense. This is the Witch's Wounds, Remedy, Magical Medicine, Sacred Heart, Another Day. And it's like your heart is broken from the past. And there's a German expression, it's called someone spit in your soup, and I find this actually quite telling and very, this gives like a very graphic idea, something like hindered your progress. And someone broke your heart, someone put you down, someone didn't recognize or didn't support your talents, someone didn't see it as being realistic or being something that you can make a living from, and or put you down, or just said bluntly to your face that you would never come to anything, right? So your success, your talent, your potential was denied, or was put down. And this, of course, causes a broken heart. And that's the reason you've been stuck for some time. Many of you, it will be even decades, like I was saying. And but the thing is, because you see the future, and some of you are even afraid that time is running out for you, right? That probably it's too late, that ship has sailed, and you're just on the shore and seeing someone else being successful. And this can also cause some resentment for some of you, because it's not that you don't feel that other people deserve success, but it hurts. And some people call this envy, but it's kind of a resentment. Both of them, of course, they have negative connotations, but it's actually, in many ways, it's a sign from your heart telling you this is what you should be doing, not instead of the other person, but it's also your path. It's like goes parallel, because there's enough space for everyone, regardless of people tell you there's enough space for everyone. Everyone can be successful, because we also have different visions and different ideas of success, right? And you see someone else being successful at something that you love, or something that you're very talented at, and that hurts you, but you still you feel stuck. Now, the good news here is telling you, find a way to heal your heart. This is like a first step. And of course, you may find yourself at a time, being more lost in the past than usual. Yeah, like many things coming up to the surface, and you're not even being able to control it. And sometimes you're just overwhelmed by these feelings of the past that resurface, and you get triggered easily at this moment, right? So the thing is, here with this water card, this is quite important, and it could be even vital for many of you, is first of all, and it's going to sound a bit literal and a bit redundant, but it's really like drink lots of water. Water heals your cells. Water cleanses your body. And by cleansing your body, it cleanses also your emotional body. And it helps you to let go, to wash away any negative energies or any negative perspectives, or belief systems, whatever that's ruling you and keeping you stuck. This will help. And it's also the lesson we get from water is also be like water, like Bruce Lee used to say. You adapt to what is right now, and you go with the flow. I know it sounds so, you know, everyone uses that sentence now, go with the flow, but it's still one of my favorites, because I love water myself. So it's like, you just flow with it, you just be with it. And water is healing, but water is also emotion, water is memory as well, which then makes sense here with the past. And it's also, instead of fighting off the memories, or just being overwhelmed, for instance, by a sense of shame or a sense of regret, you know, is try to integrate them as part of who you are. And this will heal your heart. Is like loving every side of yourself, loving every part of yourself, because they made you. They brought you where you are. They're part of your makeup. And this is actually one of the hardest things to do, because we're so used to criticize or to compare, to have judgments about things, people, but especially about ourselves. They're always like the harshest judge towards ourselves, right? It's always, we are our biggest critics. And this is a part of loving, and one of loving yourself, and knowing that even this experience of being stuck is actually bringing a lot of prosperity. The moment you unstuck, the moment you feel freer, and it could be like, it doesn't have to be a moment and suddenly everything is perfect. Usually life doesn't work like that. This is more like a step-by-step process, right? Where you feel more and more relieved and you still feel more and more hopeful. And then you try something out and then, it goes step by step. You try something out and then you feel comfortable with it. And then you try the next step, you feel comfortable. This is quite important, especially like if you have like a broken heart from any experience in the past, can even be a very traumatic experience. So you really need time to regain that trust and to regain that easiness of handling with situations. That's how I would put it right now. But, success is on your horizon. And I think you're healing your heart, healing in a way like integrating all of your history of all of what has happened to you. It's going to be your biggest success. And what the cards are saying here, for many of you, you are so looking for a partner. This partner will come. This partner is on its way. And again, here is the same message that you are the one kind of blocking, you know, the coming of this partner into your life. It's not that you don't want a partner, because actually you do. You're afraid of being hurt. So many of you are, wanting, or if you're already in a relationship, you're wanting like a better relationship. It will come. The time is a bit stuck. There's things that have to be handled, but it will get better. And here again, lovely things will come from this situation. Another good news here is really here the time is actually telling you, yes, you have time. You do have time, but also asks you to pay attention of how you use your time. What are you doing in your time? It's not like you should become now a busy bee and just, I have to do stuff. Is, because you also need time to rest and time just to, stare at a wall if you feel like it, but you need that time as well. But you also need a bit more organization. This is what I'm getting from many of you. It's like, like how you use your time. Are you procrastinating too much? If you are procrastinating, how could you, I was going to say convince, but convince is not the word. How are you going? You can persuade yourself, let's put it that way. How can you persuade yourself to, do things that really matter to you? Because I see here also with the Knight of Pentacles here a bit of self-sabotage. But you're actually going forward step by step, but you're kind of in your own way, but we understand why. So it's not a criticism, not at all, because there's a reason for that. And here with Hecate, with the in-between, this is also quite important because, you in being in this in-between, between the future and the past, so you're in the present, but you're stuck with these two, I should be there, and, but that happened to me in the past. You're kind of between these two tectonic forces, so to say, and you're feeling sometimes a bit crushed, emotionally crushed by it, by this pressure that you put yourself under. Then this actually it's telling you, hey, there's light in every situation. And actually you're growing so much out of this. You're learning so much about yourself. You're learning so much about how life really works, how people really interact. And this will make your work later, your creative work, even richer and even clearer. Like exactly what you're doing. It's a very wonderful transformation happening here. And actually then here the message is enjoy where you're at. Don't be put down by the shadows or by this negative thinking. Try to navigate it through it, because you cannot really shut it off, and put it away, especially not at the beginning. They come, but try to navigate it, and try even to reason with it, to say, is it really like this, or it's just the way I perceived it? Was it really this and this? I'm not saying like what happened in the past, but like those inner voices in your head that put you down and show you no mercy. So you can actually even reason with them. Yeah. But it's like, enjoy the process. It's also the message that I'm getting here for you, pal number one. Enjoy the process. Wonderful things are coming your way. This situation right here may seem a bit, hopeless sometimes because you're not seeing things moving forward, but we have a lot of water. Water is movement forward, and things will, and then it's like, the breaking of a dam, then suddenly hollow creativity possibilities, then the momentum just gains, or it just gains so much momentum that it can be a bit difficult to handle. But you're going to do it, you're going to make it. Just know that this phase will pass. Okay. So I hope this resonated with you, pal number one. I hope this inspires you. If you'd like a private reading, my contact is in the description box below, as well as the link to my Instagram account. And if you liked the video, yeah, please like it, leave a comment, and if you haven't subscribed it yet, please do so. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful time, full of love. All right, this is going to be a very long one. So if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. Now, the first impression I have here is that is a pile of just do it, right? And I see this as a pile of empowerment, a self-empowerment as well, which is quite important for you because you're getting independent here with Lilith. But before I move on, I almost forgot. Let's go card for card just to tell you like what cards we have here. We have here the Queen of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. We have Sheila Nagig, Gateways. We have Raindrops, Take a Chance on Them. Lilith, Independence. We have Freya, Radical Acceptance. We have Oshun, Generosity, and we have Gula, Healing. Okay, so like I was saying, you're becoming more independent here with Lilith. You're becoming like a self-made woman or man, depending on who's watching, but you are freeing yourself, be it from relationships that kind of cornered you into being something that you didn't want to be or you weren't identifying with anymore. and or like from a job or from a living situation that wasn't mirroring who you are at this moment. So what we have here is really you developing, you transforming, you're becoming a better version of yourself, a higher, let's put it that, a higher, newer version of yourself. The thing is, for some of you, you have then some projects on the way. And here with the Queen of Swords, she's strategizing, as you see here. You're kind of getting that overview of things that should be done, of what you want to achieve and how to do it. So at this moment in time, you're very, very focused. If you're not, then the Queen of Swords is telling you, well, you should be. Because there's also some impatience here with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is always very impulsive, is a go-getter, and is a go-getter right now. And is not very diplomatic. So you can see like riding here the feather going really, really quickly. And this is what you want. You're not really patient at this moment. You're not patient. You're not waiting around. You just know what is to do. Like you really have like this overview of things to do and how they should be done. You kind of just know how everything fits together. So you're ready to go, and you should be going, because this is quite important, this transformation, because transformation is also here healing your independence. Like I said, you probably, some of you are even considering becoming freelancers, starting your own business, living alone for the first time. Like I said, leaving a relationship behind, or even, living your family. And for the first time for some of you. And this is like a cry for freedom. It's really like, just do it. And this is my life, and I'm going to do it my way here with the raindrops. Because some of you may also be considering, yeah, but it could be a bit risky. And, it's a big step, but take a chance on the raindrops, because it's just water. Yeah, and there's always someone ready to help you as well. As you can see here, help is always on the way. You'll never be alone. And this is like a gateway. You find yourself exactly on the threshold of a new life, of a new experience, of a new, even for some of you, even a new income. So like a new project. This is like what I get here is new, 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 right? And Freya, radical acceptance. Freya is the goddess of love, but also war. Love and war, sometimes they go hand in hand together in the mythology, of course. And yes, and I think I should tell you that because also, like the goddesses of beauty at that time, women back in the day, they also had to be very strong. And like Celtic and Nordic tribes, they would go to the battlefield with their men. So that's why these goddesses of family and love and so on, they used to be also goddesses of war. So there's this really short explanation now, and this is like also telling us here with Lilith and Freya together is like how strong you are. You have a very strong personality, and you have like a very, very strong backbone. So you have a really strong integrity, and you are not easily dissuaded of what you want to do. If you have a plan, you go. But it can be that this is now the change. You see that this is the gateway to a new life, and you're discovering this about yourself now, and that's why you can hardly wait. It's like, oh my God, I'm this strong person. I'm so wonderful. I want to play with life, in a good sense. I want to experiment. I want to see what I can do. I really want to put myself to the test. I want to do stuff, have an impact on this world, a positive impact. And the more you do, the more you go in this direction, the more you follow your own path, right? Because this is also the discovery of your own path. And the more you want to go on it and follow it, the more you do, the more you heal, any hurt from the past or any self-doubt. And for some of you, even your business that you want to start, or the new career is really becoming a healer. And I think because we all have here female cards, is really like healing women or healing stuff that has to do with women. Oh, okay, that wasn't very accurate. Or the explanation is not very good. But you could be an advocate for women or like gender situations, or you can be a doctor specialized in feminine ailments, for instance, something like that. But I see here some of you really dedicating yourselves to healing as well. And here with generosity, the cards I really say, you're very assertive right now. You're very strong-willed, but keep an open heart, keep a kind heart, because sometimes ambition can just, lead you leave you cold to other people's problems or needs. But I don't see that happening to you because you have this in you. You're a very generous person. You're very open. You're very warm. And you're taking this transition in life. Like some of you, for instance, here with Ishila Nagik, could be you're becoming or you're starting to go through menopause. It's not going to be for all of you, just a small percentage, but you're starting to enter this part of life, but you're doing it with grace. You're more active than you ever were. And if you're not feeling very active right now, just hold on because it's coming. This passion, this energy is coming, and there's a new life. There's, like I said, a new chapter starting for you, and it's going to do you wonders. So if you were wondering if it's going to be good for you, but could be risky, yes, this is exactly what you need. Life is going to be very generous with you. Life is going to shower you with gifts and positive experiences. This is really beautiful. The last card we have here is number 18, and we have raising winds. Sorry for that. Sorry. So we have magical release, calling, intention, stronghold. So this is you raising these winds. Like we have here, they really go together. You are raising winds. You are making things happen. You are indeed a creator. You're making things happen. You are manifesting new possibilities. But the wonderful thing here, like I said earlier, this is not just for yourself, this is also for other people. So you are putting things in motion with intention, and you are indeed a stronghold for many people. So like I was going to say that many people are going to depend on you, but I don't think this is as negative. So you're going to affect the lives of other people in a positive way. This is what I'm going to say. But you are the one starting, the process. This is quite beautiful. So pile number 2, this was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. If you'd like a private reading, my contact is in the description box below, as well as the link to my Instagram account. And if you like the video, leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful time full of love. So if you chose pile number 3, this is your reading. Now, what we have here, first of all, let's go card by card. So the message from your inner queen, we have then the King of Cups, but this is the female King of Cups in this deck. Then we have the King of Cups, the male version of the King of Cups. Then we have Baba Yaga, authenticity. We have confidence. It comes with time and practice. Then we have Uzume, humor. Then we have Sophia, divine wisdom. We have Iris, communication, and Yi, the sun. So if I say these names wrong, then I'm really sorry, but I cannot do better right now. So many of you are afraid of Baba Yaga, especially those that come from cultures where Baba Yaga is a figure of mythology or traditional storytelling. And once I called her a goddess, and everyone fell on me because she's not a goddess. but she's a figure where like she inspires fear, and darkness, and she's the one that comes and as far as I know, comes and gets the the children that do not behave. So children were very, very afraid of her. Now, why is she here? This is quite interesting because with these two King of Cups here, I have the feeling this has all to do with psychology. So some of you could be in this field of work, psychology. You could be counselors, psychologists, everything possible in this area. I cannot name them all, but or you're really working on your psyche, you're really working on yourself, you're working on your past. There's something here where there's a really, really deep work. And with psychology, and then of course, old demons come up. So, and this is something you're dealing with right now with old fears, phobias, or like, or trauma, or even like patterns that keep on repeating in your life, something that's really scary for you. But this is actually a very positive work because it's increasing your self-confidence through, going through this shadow side, of your own self. Then you actually discovering who you really are, and you're getting more and more confident. So you actually are integrating all of these qualities, and you're getting more empowered instead of diminishing you and leaving you in the place of fear, because King of Cups is really also like healing. There's a lot of healing energy. Water is always healing energy. And you see here with this ship, going through, for me, is also like you're not going against it anymore. You're not being a block to this energy anymore. You're letting it flow, with the wisdom of water, right? You're letting it flow, you're understanding it, you're integrating it, and you're realizing this is a part of myself, right? Also here with this whale here in the shirt, I don't know if you can recognize it. For instance, this is now reminding me of Moby Dick. If you haven't read the book or watched the film, please do. There's a lot of wisdom there. And it's also like what we think is our enemy is actually a part of ourselves at the end of the day. So all the hurt from the past is actually part of your makeup. It made you who you are now. And you should be proud. For me, the card here, what is telling us as well, is you should be proud of who you are. But you shouldn't have your feet on the seat because someone else will use it. But that's me being obnoxious. So now let's go here with these wonderful goddesses that are supporting your way, and they're supporting your situation right now. And there's another story, underlying story here, but I'll tell it in a second. I'll just go through the goddesses first. Now, with Uzume, we have humor, right? So this is part of who you are. And it's also telling you, like, you pile number 3, you are a very funny person. And actually you come across as being very lighthearted, right? And sometimes you can even be a bit sarcastic. I personally, I love sarcasm, as long as it's not there to hurt other people, because I like it. But I understand that many people see it as something negative. So, but you have this little bit of sarcasm. You're a bit, cheeky sometimes, but it's very funny. I don't see here any harm or any, bad will from your side. But there's no but, there's an end. And then we have Sophia, divine wisdom, communication, and the sun. So actually, you are a communicator. And the way you communicate is very healing. Because here with the sun, you bring clarity. And again, we have psychology here again. So you bring clarity to situations. You bring lightheartedness where other people have darkness in their soul. You can bring light into them, even to very difficult situations. For instance, you would be a very good diplomat. You would be a very good mediator. You'd be a very good negotiator, because you can take the darkness, you can take the confusion, you can take the conflict and turn it into something positive and bring light into it, bring clarity with it, with divine wisdom, because it's not just being lighthearted, like happy-go-lucky and not having anything of substance behind it. No, you have the wisdom, you have knowledge, not just knowledge, intellectual knowledge, which you have, but you know how to use it. And you are a born communicator. And at this time in your life, this is quite important. There's something happening where you need these skills. You need even your experience from the past, from your own pain, in order to understand the pain of others. And the thing is, there's a lot of healing going on. And I think it's not only you healing yourself, it's also healing other people or healing relationships with other people, because we also have here the female and the male. So with these two, it's like bringing balance to a situation, right? And it's funny because we don't have the Queen of Cups. We also have a Queen of Cups in this deck, right? But we have the female and male part of the King of Cups. So it's bringing them together, and they're all about moving forward. They're all about going in one direction, right? And for that, you have sometimes to reconcile and to find compromise with different opinions or different interests. And this is what it's all about here. So there's something now that you want to do in your life. There's something like probably travel, because we have the boats here. And we have the train. So it could be travel, and you want to travel with other people. So finding compromise, or some of you will want to relocate. Some of you want to spend a lot of time somewhere else or a holiday, but there's something there that has to be communicated. There's something there that has to be organized, and you can do this, and if you're considering like a new career path, or considering to study something has to do, because this doesn't have to be just psychology, this could be also the arts as well, because the King of Cups is also very artistic. So but it will all have to do with, for instance, I'm getting for you visual communication, visual art. And for some of you having that's like the power of the images, not just paintings, but the images like films, or even installations for some of you. And the power of the image, the power of communication, the power of the word. I'm getting here this being quite important to you. But what I have here is really, and especially now that I just noticed the last card I have for you, but I'll just introduce it right away, so you can fully understand what I'm saying. We have number 27, and we have pyrokinesis, and we have debate, rage, revolution, attention. So again, is you bringing light, you're bringing understanding, you're bringing healing to situations where there's fear, where there's a lack of understanding, different perspectives or clashing perspectives even, and you bringing all together. And you are also finding this balance, this union, this unification, put it that way, in yourself, in your own heart. You're reconciling different truths or different sides from the same truth, because that's what we're doing here on earth. We're all getting different perspectives from the same reality, and although some of you may be afraid of taking that role, of stepping up, of taking the responsibility, here it comes with time, with practice. And practice means you do it, because if you don't do it, you're not practicing. So do it. Do what you love. Do what you feel your talents are. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but you're able to do it. And sometimes the weather is not the best. We have stormy weather, but you can navigate any storm. You can navigate any problems, because you have this wisdom with you, and you have a wonderful sense of humor that keeps you sane no matter what, and brings light and into situations. Yeah, pile number 3, you are born communicator, and communication and wisdom will bring light to a difficult situation in your life right now and will reconcile conflicting parts. Okay, so pile number 3. I hope I said pile number 3. Yes, your pile number 3. This was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. If you'd like private reading, my contact is in the description box below, as well as a link to my Instagram account. And if you like the video, then do like the video and leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. So you have a wonderful time full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 4, this is your reading. Now, the message from your inner queen. So first of all, let's go card by card. We have then here the female version of the King of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. We have Yemaya, Hope. We have Witch, Justice is coming. We have Nike, Ambition. We have Skuld, the Future. We have Branwen, Forgiveness. And we have Métis, Wisdom. So what the first thing that I have here, this is very future oriented, and it's like you're investing right now, because it's funny, you see her here putting that coin inside her heart. You're investing right now. You want to build here on her head, if you can see it. Sorry, I have my thing. So on her head, she has a city, right? So this is about creative work. This is about planning, investing now for a brighter future. And this is also our Knight of Cups. You know, Knight of Cups is playing her heart, right? She's playing her heart. So it's really like following your dreams, following what your heart, what makes your heart sing. And for many of you, this could really be music, right? But could be any artistic endeavor or creative endeavor. But there's a lot of hope for the future. And here with the Justice is coming, I find it really interesting. But since we have clothes, so it could also be the fashion business, you know, like could be like the textiles, from textiles to makeup to designing to jewelry and so on and so forth and so forth. So for some of you, it would even be modeling, could be. But this is something like it's like an investment for the future right now. And you're actually kind of wondering if it's the right thing to do or how you should go about it. You know, here with the skull, is really keep your eyes on the future. For me here, the future and hope, they're very linked together. They're very linked together because it's like you really focus. And then here with ambition, you're focused on the future. But with forgiveness, and this Justice is coming, is really there's something that you need to let go of. And this could be a kind of resentment. You know, this, funnily enough, this reminds me a bit of pile number 1. If you'd like to watch it, do, you know, if not, it's also okay. But letting something go, something that happened to you, or there was, for some of you here, I have the feeling that there was a chance, you weren't given a fair chance in order to achieve something that you really wanted to, or someone got in the way, or someone, you know, didn't give you permission. I'm getting, like, for some of you, really permission from parents. But it's like it's time to turn this hurt, you know, because it's also saying, and this could be for you, for some colleagues, it could have been not really mobbing, but someone taking credit for your work. But justice is coming because the world is always turning, always. And what goes around comes around. It's really true. On some level or the other, always what goes around comes around. And it's really interesting to watch sometimes, or to experience on our own skin sometimes as well, because no one's perfect, right? So, and here, with Yemaya, what I get here, Yemaya started being like a river spirit, but then as her followers then went to Southern America and North America, then they had more contact with the ocean at first, then became also a sea or ocean goddess. And she's very, very powerful. She's very beautiful and she's very generous, right? And I see here it's like coming a wave of productivity, a wave of opportunities, a wave of blessings coming your way, you know. And if someone wronged you, they will get what they deserve. So what I'm seeing here, for those who still have this resentment or hurt in your heart, first, it is understandable. Don't feel shame for it. We all do. We all have that, you know, sometime in life. But it comes to a moment here, and that's what the cards are telling us, you have to let it go. And they're actually telling you, let life, let the universe or God or whatever you believe in, on how you call it, take care of it. Because again, what goes around comes around. Don't blacken your heart, you know. Don't endarken, that would be the better expression. Don't endarken your heart. Don't weigh your heart down with this problem or with that person. Doesn't deserve your attention. And this would be your wisdom. Your focus should be on your work. Your focus should be on what you're investing or what you want to do in life, because this card is also telling us what you put in your heart is what you'll get in return. So if you're putting resentment, you know, then you probably then have more and more reasons in your life presented to you to be resentful about. Just as an example, it doesn't have to be like that, it's just an example. So it's really pay attention to what you're investing, what are you putting in your heart, because it will come out. You know, what you put in will come out. What goes around comes around. It's actually the cards are they want to direct your attention to this circular way, you know, like nowadays we're talking a lot about circular economy, but it's exactly how life works, you know. It's like even on an emotional level or intellectual level, it all goes in circles and like creating spirals. So here is like, how are you treating your heart? What are you putting in? What are you feeding it with, right? Because justice will come. You don't have to bother yourself with it. Focus on what you want to do with your life, on your projects, or building your empire, of doing something beautiful for this magnificent earth and this wonderful humanity. Yes, yes, flawed as we all are, but we're wonderful nevertheless. And this is turning all of that experience into wisdom, you know, into knowing what is right for you, in discerning what is worth it and what is not, what you can change and what you cannot. So this also has to do with acceptance. And again, with the acceptance, you're coming back to river and ocean energy, you know, like flow with it, breathe with it, come and go. Again, what goes around comes around. That really seems to be the message here for you. Like saying, focus on what you want, focus on your heart's desire, focus on your wonderful talents, because you, pile number 4, you have beautiful, wonderful talents. You have so much to give to this planet, to mankind. So focus on that, right? And wonderful things are coming your way, coming a lot of blessings, and you are growing so much from your ordeals, or even from people that are barring your way. They're actually giving you a gift, even without them knowing, and many of them don't intend to do it, not consciously, but these obstacles are actually a gift. First, these obstacles, they also serve as a test, although I personally don't like tests, but it's how it happens often. Then it's a test of, do you really want it? How bad do you want your success? How bad do you want, you know, to go on that path? It kind of tests you. And then the second layer of this is really, they make you grow. Obstacles make you find solutions, make you contact people, make you make new acquaintances and discover probably even new technologies, new sciences, even, you know, you name it. And then suddenly it grows. Your project, your work, your way of being becomes richer and worth living for and working at, and makes you happier at the end of the day. Wow. Oh, and the last card we have number 23. We have salamander, and we have Ouroboros, and we have creative work, infinite wisdom, alchemy. Oh my God, I had forgotten what the card said. How nice. Then by Ouroboros is also, if I'm not mistaken, that's the snake that bites its own tail, right? Again, this circular movement of life, like breathing, right? And so what goes around comes around. You don't have to bother yourself with people that are silly. You know, life will take care of them. And again, this wisdom and alchemy and creative work. So focus on creativity, focus on what makes your heart sing, because this will create the alchemy, they'll create the conditions, will create the serendipity you need, you know, the synchronicity you need in order for the right opportunities and the right people to come to your life. Wow, it's a beautiful message. So pile number 4, this was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. If you'd like a private reading, my contact is in the description box below, as well as the link to my Instagram account. If you like the video, leave a comment, or subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Okay, so thank you so much and have a wonderful time full of love.